up, guys? I'm at my back room here. I just kind of screwed up. I was going to tell a little story of something that happened to me a couple of years ago, and I was going to start the story there because that's where it happened. But anyway, I pulled in. There's a guy on the R6 there. We got to talking, and then somebody pulled up, and he had to move his bike, and I'm ready to start heading back home. So I just hopped on the bike and left. But anyway. And I didn't even tell him about the YouTube channel. Like, I'm like, duh. That's YouTube 101, right? Tell everybody you know. Everybody you meet. I don't know. Anyway. So anyway. So it wasn't I don't think it was last year. I think it was 2 years ago. I was headed to the gun range. And I stopped there at Haddock's to get some water. So I'm standing there in line, and this girl comes in, and she's obviously a meth head. She's on something. I mean, man, she's acting weird. Like, she keeps going back and forth, you know, from one customer to the next, and asking them questions, and asked to use the phone. And then before they could even answer whether or not she could use the phone, she runs out the door, and she gets in a car. And I'm like, well, I feel sorry for the guy in that car. So, alright. So the next thing you know, this guy in an old Ford truck comes flying into the parking lot. And he's screaming. The girl that just got in the car that's on the meth is screaming. And you're like, oh boy. Well, he walks around to the driver's side of that car and reaches in and just starts punching the driver in the face. I'm like, oh man, what the crap is going on here? So it's two guys. I ain't getting in the middle of that. All right. Now, I mean, you know, if he shot the guy or something like that, you know, I don't know what I'd do, to be honest with you. It's going to depend on the situation. Everybody always thinks they know what they're going to do, but you don't know what you're going to do until you're in that situation. But anyway, it's good to have a plan for when you get into that situation, but it's, who was the famous person? I forget now. Oh yeah, Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson said everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. But I mean, plans are good, but anyway. So as long as it was the two guys, I wasn't going to do anything. You know, that's the last thing I need, is to get in between two freaking meth heads that are fighting over, you know, their latest fix or whatever. I don't do drugs, so I don't know the terminations. Terminologies.
You're a stupid dumbass.
So the woman screaming, she's still sitting in the car. So there's all kinds of people there. The place was packed. So about the time I pay for my stuff, the people behind the counter, somebody's already calling the cops. About the time I get my stuff paid for, the guy that pulled in the truck walks back around the car, grabs the woman by the hair, pulls her out of the car. And then he starts hitting her, and I'm like, crap. I mean, you know, meth heads or not, you just keep standing there and watch a woman get beat. So I head out the door, and there were, I don't know, 3 or 4 guys in the parking lot that, you know, had the same idea at the same time, and we all kind of got there at the same time. And he's standing there with the girl's hair in his hand, and he looks dead at me. I was probably, I don't know if I was the closest one to him, but I was in, I don't know, I would just happen to be in his line of sight. And he looks dead at me, and now I'm headed to the range. I open carry all the time anyway, but when I'm headed to the range, I've also got spare mags on, because I do a lot of practicing with reloads and stuff like that when I go to the range. So anyway, he looked dead at me and then let go of the girl's hair, and he just kind of stood there for a second. We locked eyes, and I'm like, you know, trying to, you know, in my head I'm running through scenarios. What am I going to do if he does this? What am I going to do if he does this? We kind of lock eyes for a minute, and then he takes his eyes off me and looks around. I guess he figures it might be best for him to just leave. So he doesn't say anything to this woman, just walks over, gets in his truck, tears his ass out of the parking lot, and he's gone. So the woman's just crying and screaming, and it's, you know, it's just like, you want to tell her shut up. You probably brought all this on yourself anyway. I mean, not that it's ever right to hit a woman and that a woman could ever bring that on, but I'm just saying, you know, you put yourself in that situation with a freaking meth head. You're obviously a meth head. What you actually done is you've drug your drama into the middle of this parking lot and actually endangered other people now, because good people aren't going to sit there and watch you get your face caved in, and, you know, you ought to feel bad. Anyway, so she gets up, runs in the store, you know, I don't know what she says. I'm like, alright, the guy's gone. I do not want to deal with this woman or any of this crap, so I'm gone. I walk over to the car, about to unlock the door, and here she comes. She's on the other side of the freaking car trying to open my door. I'm like, damn it. So she said, can you give me a ride? I said, all right, I'm a nice guy.
How could anyone not like you? You're a wonderful, wonderful boy. Everybody likes you. It's impossible not to like you. Impossible. Morty?
Maybe some people don't like him. I can see that.
Kramer?
Yeah, I like him.
I'm a nice guy. And, you know, I was brought up here in the South where you treat women with respect, and somebody's in need, you help them, but at the same time, I don't want this meth head getting in my car. And at the same time, I still feel sorry for the woman, you know, even though I know I shouldn't. I feel sorry for her. So I'm like, well, which way are you going? And she points back towards the east, and I'm like, well, I'm going the other way. And thankfully, before, you know, I could even say anything, she just takes off walking down the road. She knew the cops were coming, and she was probably going to jail just as well as he was if they caught him, so she just wanted to get out of there. But and for a split second I felt bad not giving the woman a ride, but at least, you know, take her down the road and, I don't know, as far away from him as possible. Anyway, I got over that real quick. That's the story of how I almost shot a meth head. And I didn't want to freaking do it, but if he had taken one step towards me, I was fixing to heat that bitch up real quick. So anyway, guys, yeah, I'm going to end this video right here on the University of North Alabama campus. Part of it. Hope you guys enjoyed the story of how I almost shot a meth head. I'm not sure what you're supposed to take away from the story, but hey, that's the story. Just trying to think of something I have to say, and I stopped at that gas station back there and it reminded me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe out there, spay and neuter, and have a nice day.